What is going on, everybody, man? King Recon here. Decided to do a quick double to the awesome sauce, man. Just finished rewatching some greatness that really put me in the mood to want to read something like My Hero Academia. So I was like, you know what? Let's get right into some awesome sauce, man. So let's go ahead and do a double here to 126 and 127. And see where it goes from there. If you've noticed, you know, light is coming through here, which means this is an early morning reaction. So I don't have much time because I have somewhere to be, so I'm gonna do a quick double. I said, man, I gotta at least get some My Hero Academia in today, especially after yesterday's greatness with Mirio, with Overhaul. I don't know why I find that dude to be so beast, man. He's a Dr. Mask, but I really do find that guy to be a monster. I have, we're here starting off with 126. I have the results of yesterday's discussion regarding hero internships for freshmen. Starting with the principal, the majority of the teachers said give it up. Denied right from the start. What? Even after the info session with the seniors? But if we think about it, from the sequence of events that led to everyone living in the dorms. Oh, by the way, shout out to my main man, Elias. He told me that on Twitter, he showed me the panel and he told me that Mirio actually took them all out in 5 seconds and 52 milliseconds. Holy sweet mother of Flagnarts, 5 seconds? Man, that was like some Toriko stuff, bro. Milliseconds, man. Like, you're like, wow, what's going on here? But anyways, but if we think about it from the sequence of events that led to everyone living in the dorms, I guess it would turn out like this. Serves you right. Out of house arrest just scratched the flow of the conversation just because you can't participate. Bakugo. However, number 226, opening up the world. The world. Zawardo? There are also those with the option that under our current safeguard policy, we won't raise you to be strong heroes. So this will be our policy. We will only allow freshmen to work at offices that have a good track record when taking in interns. That is the conclusion we reached. I wonder if Gunhead's place is okay. Maybe I should call Selkie. Damn it! Staff room. You're saying you want me to introduce you to Sir Night Eye for an internship. Sir Night Eye. Is that the same sir that Mirio was talking about? You're saying you want me to introduce you to Sir Night Eye for an internship? Yes, please. He's one of the few heroes that worked under you. This is rather sudden. Where'd his name come up? Night Eye, man. That's a beast name. I see. You tried to get a head start on the internship, so you heard from Gran Torino. Please introduce me. I refuse. I'm not saying that just to be mean. There are 3 reasons. Reason 1, during yesterday's meeting, I was part of the opposite faction. If we think about the recent resurgence of the villains, at the very least, I think freshmen don't need to have their internships right now. I agree. Originally, it's not like there was 0 risk involved, so shouldn't the school back up the students that want to go? Reason 2, I think you should go after strengthening the shoot style. I think he's been trying plenty hard already. But there's still plenty of room left to develop the technique if he pushes himself. Reason 3, for some reason, it's just awkward. Hey, oh, Mike, that excuse was just personal. Mike, stop that. Kachan told me you've had the tracks and everything laid out for so long. So don't you go losing. My quirk is very similar to All Might's. If I work under Night Eye, that's a beast name, dude. Night Eye. So like something you would like pick up in Assassin's Creed, man, like one of those abilities that you could use like with pressing like left bumper and right bumper, or like L1 and R1. Like, yeah, you acquire Night Eye. Like, seriously, someone's like an ability you would gain in a game like that. I think I'll be compared to you. I've got to become stronger. I have to become several times stronger than everyone else. This impatience because he's my successor. However, I don't dislike that attitude, but I really can't give you that introduction. I can't anyway. And with that, also Mirio was gonna introduce him to the Night Eye dude. I think, right? Because he was going back talking to Sir. To the Sir dude, so Mirio knows who this Sir Night Eye guy is. At least that's what I'm going to assume. We've come to the situation. For now, you're here. Sorry. Being called here by All Might himself. I'm over the moon. Oh, I don't really understand the situation. Ditto, actually, I'm in the same boat as Midoriya. Young Togata is currently working under Night Eye in his hero internship. Exactly. I knew it. I knew I had a feeling. So that means this Night Eye dude worked under All Might, right? That's what he said. earlier on this chapter. So, yo, this guy's gotta be a beast. That's a beast name by itself, man. Night Eye. And if Mirio works under him, then, but at the same time, it says that Mirio is strong, well, with the way that he is, that he's, you know, the closest to being the #1 hero. That's interesting. I'm looking forward to seeing for more about this Night Eye dude. Really, Togata-senpai? It's continued for a whole 1 year now. So after you graduate, you pretty much be a sidekick already. As long as Sir's opinion. Yeah, that has to be, because remember, he referred to him as Sir in the last chapter. So it's got to be this Night Eye dude. And the opinion doesn't change, you know? So he's saying that with the way that Deku is, that Night Eye would catch like a certain appreciation for him and a certain affection for him, just based off of the kind of dude that he is. As long as Sir's opinion doesn't change, you know? That's so cool. Young Togata, from your perspective, do you think young Midoriya can work under Night Eye? From your perspective. Oh, so that's it. This is what you wanted to talk about. Could I introduce Midoriya to Sir, right? But why do you need to cushion the exchange? He'd be thrilled to hear from you personally. He's always watching your videos, you know. Honestly, I'm too ashamed to show him my face. In the end, things turned out exactly as he forewarned they would. What? I gotta reread that again. I got a little bit dark there. But why do you need to cushion the exchange? He'd be thrilled to hear from you personally. He's always watching your videos, you know. So he's like a tard? Like a fanboy? He's always watching your videos, you know. Honestly, I'm too ashamed to show him my face. In the end, things turned out exactly as he forewarned they would. Is it because he's afraid to show him his face because of what happened with All For One? That he would feel ashamed to show himself to him? Anyway, what do you think of young Midoriya? Let's see, well, Midoriya, what kind of hero do you want to be? What a question. What kind? Helping with a smile no matter the need and no matter how many. They say speaking something aloud organizes one's thoughts. I've experienced so much up until now because I can't take any more, all right? Never giving others a reason to worry. The more I do, the further I go, and I realize just how difficult the path is. Winning and saving the day beyond any doubt. I want to be the greatest hero, and that's why I have to get stronger. I love this panel right here. Let me save this. Let me save this Deku panel right here. Really awesome stuff. That's one crazy goal, you know? I've got no reason to refuse, so okay. Is that okay? Thank you so much. Sure. I already was thinking Sir might like you anyway. Oh my god, really? We certainly have a worthy successor for you. Togata Mirio, I see. His grades aren't anything laudable, but he's a student whose presence we're always conscious of. The voices around him are always ringing with laughter. So he's just like I was talking about last time, he is the type of guy that like boosts everyone else's morale up. You know, that's around him. And the thing is that he was never like gifted with like a certain overpowered. I mean, at the end of the day, it is overpowered to a certain extent, but only because of his training. I mean, that's crazy, man. When you think about the amount of hard work and the amount of like skill that it takes to wield that ability. I mean, you just gotta you gain more respect for the guy just based off of that, and then everything else, like his optimistic personality and like the way that he is, just icing on the cake. He's near the bottom in terms of grades, but nevertheless his smile is irrepressible. My boy's like Naruto, man. My boy's like Naruto, bro. He's near the bottom in terms of grades, but nevertheless his smile is irrepressible, man. That's awesome. I like this dude, bro. This Mirio guy's awesome. Wouldn't you say that's perfectly in line with your view of what a hero should be? If I had never bumped into a young Midoriya. No. He's saying that if he had never bumped into Deku, then Mirio would be his successor. And then came the weekend. I got the day off. We see them brushing. Oh, hey, Midoriya morning. Yo, he said morning and he dipped. He's out. We had to be thankful to our teachers they didn't revoke our rights. Would you shut up? Those two have to attend short course lesson for the revisionals. Oh yeah, that's right. They do have to attend something like that because of the of what happened. We really need to catch up to the rest quickly. I told you shut the hell up. Let me see. We're gonna go to Yao Momo's lesson prep session today. You guys coming? Sorry, bro. We've actually got places to be today too. What are we gonna do today for fat material? So that's the first question you ask, yo. What are we gonna do for fat material today? We've all got our own lifestyles. These are Sir's offices, an hour away by train. It's a big skyscraper. Whoa, hey dude, don't get all square on me. Wait, I forgot, I guess I forgot to tell you, but Sir has got very strict standards. I'm well aware. He's a famously stoic hero who's not only strict with others, but also with himself, and it shows in his work. It's that dude with the glasses? The dude with the glasses that we saw before? You know what I'm talking about, right? The guy with the glasses that we saw in the last chapter. Or was it the chapter before that? The dude with the glasses that was sitting in that room. Because it shows right here with the glasses. Is that him? That sharp glance can startle me even just from watching him through a screen. He can be like that totally, but Sir has actually got another face that he doesn't show the media. So if you don't want to get turned away at the door, then something between when you first meet him and when you're finished talking, you've got to make him laugh at least once. So he's one of those people. Wait, what do you mean make him laugh? Sure, Sir looks like a grumpy puss, but despite that, or maybe because of it, he respects humor above everything else. Interesting. Very, very interesting. I want to meet this dude. Introducing you is all I can do for you, since it's Sir who'll decide whether he can use you or not. I want to help you out, but the only way is for you to get Sir to acknowledge you by your own efforts. I know it's late to ask, but why are you doing me a favor, even though we've only just met? I'm not really thinking of it as doing you a favor or anything. You've got yourself one crazy goal and you're trying to make it a reality. You know, when a hero sees someone in need, it's just in their nature to be nosy and help them out. Ah, I love that line. Yo, I really do dig this Mirio dude, bro. It's like he always says the right things at the right time, man. Man, it's like that's his biggest strength right there. I mess with this dude, bro. He's a beast. Right, it's just beyond that door. If you want to get stronger, then push it open yourself. What is that? Bubble Girl is the winning creation of the fan art contest. Thank you, Ahara-san. Winning creation of the fan art contest. Let's see, the contact point was already deserted, but evidence was found of bloodstains that had been wiped off. It is this dude! The one that we saw a couple chapters ago, right? And due to the serious damage to the building in question, it's believed that some sort of struggle occurred. In all likelihood, negotiations must have been broken down. Bubble Girl, I think that a society without vigor or humor is one without a future. Oh wait, no, it was just a long report. So I know, please, no. The offices of Sir Night-Eye. Just what kind of... I've brought the freshman I told you about yesterday. Good grief, now there's that nice high-volume voice. It's like he walked into a bondage session. Just what kind of... Yeah, like, can you imagine a first impression of that? That's a first impression right there. What's up? Oh God, please. He's gonna make him think he's a sicko, like he's a perv. What the... Looks like Bubble Girl, one of his sidekicks, didn't show him enough humor. Yeah, bro, this is the dude. The guy with the glasses that we saw a couple chapters ago. Whoa, that intensity delivered right before my eyes. If you don't want to get turned away at the door, I need to get stronger. I've selfishly had others lead me up to this point. Now it's time for me to open up the rest of the way with my own hands. He says he wants humor. I'll show him humor. In order to become the #1 hero. And he puts on the All Might face. My boy puts on the All Might face. My name is Midoriya Izuku. And you see her, she looks over to the side. Mirio shook. I admired All Might to such crazy extents that I spent many years practicing in front of the mirror. A sense of humor is the thing I'd lack the most. If this doesn't make him laugh, then my internship with Night-Eye is as good as... Are you mocking All Might? Of course! As someone who was under him, he would see it as a sense of disrespect. As a sense of disrespect above all things. It bombed! Is this a pink slip for his internship? Next, I should discover whether this ends for Midoriya before it could ever begin. Will become his internship hopes. It's like the one thing that he thought would work ended up working against him, man. Let's go to the next chapter. What do you mean by that face you're pulling? You know, you gotta pull the glasses like Uryu, bro. Sir Night-Eye and Midoriya Izuku and Togata Mirio and All Might. Sir, a gentleman incensed. It must be a shot aimed at the fact that I was once All Might's sidekick. Oh, yeah, of course, bro. Wait. The fact that I was once All Might's sidekick. He was his sidekick? I thought he just worked under him. Well, I guess that makes sense. It never clicked. It never clicked in my head that working under him would mean being a sidekick. I guess it never clicked until now. So this guy must have been a beast. This Night-Eye dude. But regardless, going back to the what I was saying before about being disrespected, of course, like he walks in, he's trying to pull out crack a joke out of the fact that it looks like he's trying to make fun of him, and he's not going to take that lightly, especially if he still looks up to All Might in the way they were talking about earlier. Oh no, All Might has no such wrinkle here. He's not even getting onto the fact that he's trying to mock him. He's trying to show that he doesn't even know the smallest of details of All Might. All Might has no such wrinkle here. You didn't disrespect All Might. The wrinkles around his eyes are around 0.6 centimeters and 0.8 centimeters during his Silver Age. In this day and age, even non-licensed All Might goods are made with the differences between his different appearances throughout the ages in mind. Oh, wait. Yeah, they're treating this like Superman. You know, Superman has changed through the years, man. Like the 30s, the 40s, the 50s, the 60s, all different types of Superman. It's all Might through the years, man. All these toys that are made for him, you know, even the smallest little things, they change. My boy knows everything about freaking All Might, man. Look at all these All Might goods all over his workplace. Man, this guy's really a tard. I thought Deku was an All Might tard. No, this guy's a tard. It's unmistakable. This man, that's the tapestry from his 10th anniversary. It was never put up for sale. Oh my god. What? A maniac level All Might fan. Yo, this man is I mean, he's beyond fanboy, man. If this man had a YouTube channel, yo, he'd be the me of My Hero Academia when it comes to One Piece. Like, he's a tard. This guy is a tard. I am quite displeased. You may leave now. Do you know of the vinegar suicide incident? It refers to the incident when a middle school student with a quirk that could alter liquid substances nearly drowned in a river, spurring All Might to the rescue. The drowning kid in a panic inadvertently changed the river into vinegar, which caused All Might's eyes to sting when he jumped in. The smile he flashed, his eyes screwed shut all the way while as he did the post-rescue interview, is the moment I chose for the funny face. Yo, and he went back. It's almost like whenever you're trying to prove to somebody a certain point, and like you go back and try to reference like a certain point in the manga to like a person that knows like every single chapter, every single page, every like the small detail of like a series, and you go back to like go to that specific panel, like, oh, that's what they were talking about. That's what Deku's trying to do here. You're gonna go back to one of All Might's specific things, saying, you know, that is the one that I chose to mock. You know, just showing that maybe you would find some sort of respect for that certain scene. Of course I know it. It was before my time with them. A special episode of Looking Back on NHA TV touched on it briefly. There was no villain in that incident. Compared to his other works, it was nothing spectacular. It doesn't even show up on fan sites very much, but I really like it. Especially what he said after the kid thanked him. It was so witty. I should be thanking you for making my skin look 10 years younger. Yes, that's the line. The skin line. Why, you insolent? Are you testing me? Oh, no. It's just that we have All Might with us at school now, so it's awkward to be so direct talking about him. So I just got a little hyped up recounting the story. The crux of the incident was that student's home life. Yes, that's right. It really makes me reflect on the importance of words. Medio, what is that kid to you? He's an underclassman. I'm taking care of him. Well, he wasn't able to get him to laugh, but you can't argue with the results. He put his foot through the door. Yeah, man, he put his foot through the door because they're both the same. They're both All Might fanboys. So you say you wish to enter my agency in order to become stronger than you are at present? Yes, please take me. The school contract printout, sir. I have it for you to stamp. I bid you not interrupt me. The moment I stamp my seal of approval, the contract goes into effect. Yes, sir. This is no internship that you see with any normal company where it ends within a week. You'd be working for us for more than a month at the very least, with compensation naturally. For a freshman like you, whose class workload is relatively heavy, the amount of time you'll need to take off from lessons will of course increase, and you won't be able to move at the same pace as all of your peers in class. If I tried to move forward at the same pace as everyone, then I'd never reach the top. Let him know, Deku! Let him know! If I tried to move at the same pace as everyone else, I never reached the top. That's a shoot. That's a shoot. You had to move far above. When somebody else gets up at 5 a.m., you get up at 3 a.m. I love that mentality, man. Night-Eye looks at that. He says, seal. Da! He gets it. He stamps it. And he missed it. Yes, because I have no intention of stamping it. So he was just trolling him? I understand full well that there is indeed merit in you working here for you. But what merit is there for me in hiring you? How exactly do I profit from accepting you into our fold without delay? How do I profit from an office with 2 sidekicks and now 1 intern? What do you have to contribute to society? How would you be of benefit to others? If you want me to acknowledge you, you must show me. All Might showed his worth through his power and his humor, but he put fear into the hearts of criminals and hope into the hearts of the people. This is why the public took to him with open arms. How can I be of use to society? What advantages would you give my agency? I'd appreciate it if you tried showing me, not with words, but with actions. You have 3 minutes. 3 minutes to take the seal from my hands. Yo, so now he's forced to show his quirk, and now Night Eye is going to see that he has the same quirk as All Might, which is going to work in his favor. I know it is. I know it is. If you wish to engage in heroics under my supervision, then stamp the paper yourself. What? You can say I'm giving you, who hasn't the slightest shred of a sense of humor, a rare chance. What do you say? Am I not merciful? Muriel, Bubble Girl, leave us. All right. Excuse me, where is your spirit? Sir, yes, sir. Did you have to do some kind of practical skill test like that, Muriel? Sir personally chose me, so, excuse me, so no, I didn't. He's really taking a liking to you, hasn't he? I'm really jealous of you, so jelly. Aha! However, it's not looking good for Midoriya. There's only darkness ahead. Against Sir's quirk, accomplishing those conditions is virtually impossible. What is his quirk? I won't raise a finger against you, and I don't care what kind of attacks you use. It doesn't matter what happens to this room. Just try and take it. And he goes right in, going right in like swimwear. Approach from the front. Or so you'd make me think then. Goes from the bottom. Overhead. You follow with another attack. And he misses once again. You know, this guy's observational hockey's on fleek. I see everything. Just as I thought, however. If I can exceed that with sheer number of attacks. Time elapsed 1 minute. You'll make some space for a moment. Then feel frustration. As you realize the truth, there's no counter for my foresight. Is that his quirk? Foresight? Sir Night Eye quirk foresight. By making eye contact and touching a part of the target person for 1 hour, he can see that person's possible courses of actions ahead of time. The conditions are a trade secret. Just increasing attack frequency isn't enough as a countermeasure. Is there no way to get around his foresight? I was wondering what kind of person you are. My expectations were numerous, however. Even if you had the proper power to be the symbol, you're completely mediocre. The villains are getting restless, and we're beginning to see a dark cloud descend on this era. At a time like this, it's just as I thought. Muriel should have succeeded one for all. Man, do you know how those words must hit Deku, bro? It's just as I thought. Muriel should have succeeded as one for all. Nah, bro, those words have got to motivate Deku more than anything else in the world, bro. One for all? Jujutsu-Senpai? To this day, I respect and adore All Might. The one respect we could not meet eye to eye on was the question of his successor. So he knew? So he knows? Just as he thought, does that mean Jujutsu-Senpai was a candidate to inherit One for All? Does he know? How did Night Eye and All Might come to him about him? For that matter, does All Might know all this? If he does, why didn't he ever tell me? Oh, so you have time to stand still and think, I take it? Or are you simply exhausted? No plan, no strategy? When Muriel told me he'd be introducing you to me, I was taken aback. But I suppose it's time I made it absolutely certain. There is a person who is worthier for One for All. I cannot acknowledge the likes of you. You can become a hero. The words he told me that day are everything to me. How could I sit there and let him reject everything All Might and I have been through? Let him know, bro. Go around the room, man. Kick his butt, bro. Show him what All for One is all about. Or All for One. One for All, man. He's not the kind of kid who's so used to rejection anymore. All Might, I'll be taking that seal. Chose me, and I'll show you just how worthy I am. Let him know. Flag Nards, man. Yeah, that's it. I don't have time to do another one. Yo, man. Yo, Deku has to let him know, bro. Deku has to let him know that you know, he is worthy of being a successor, man. That he is worthy. You know how those words must hurt him? Man, dude. Greatness. My Hero Academia is on fire right now. I'll be back soon with some more awesome sauce. I might actually just leave this and then come back and try to add some more onto this later on today or something, but we'll see what happens. Let me well, actually, yeah, we'll see what happens. I'll see what happens. If I come back with more than a double, then I was able to come back and do it. If not, then just a double will be up. Awesome sauce, man. My Hero Academia is on fire. Really loving the stuff going down here, man. It's very, very fascinating, and I'm loving the direction that we've been going in with the series right now. It's super awesome, and I can't wait for more. What is going on, everybody, man? King Greek on here. We've only got a little bit before my Eagles play in the Super Bowl. Hopefully, we're hoping for a victory, man. First title will be taken home. But regardless, let's get right into this My Hero Academia. I'm only going to be able to read about 1 chapter or 2, but I didn't want to just make it a double, man. I wanted to continue reading at least, you know, a couple more chapters. So let's see what we have going on here. His quirk is foresight. Man, this Night Eye dude is extremely interesting, man. Vault passes foresight and go grab your future. Oh, by the way, because yesterday's video I recorded before I read a certain comment. Somebody commented on my video yesterday saying that that basically the reason why they refer to Mirio as the almost #1 hero is that Endeavor is the one that is the #1 hero now after All Might's retirement. Because this entire time I was thinking to myself, I was like, he's even above Endeavor? But no, it's not the case. It's that before he was number 3, and when All Might retired, he became the number 2. Because Endeavor, of course, became #1, and that made a lot more sense to me. So let's see, because I was wondering, I was like, man, shouldn't Todoroki be the one that's like more shook out of everybody? The fact that he's as strong as, or if not stronger than his pops, but that's not the case. His quirk is foresight. I don't know how far into the future he can see, and that being the case, I'm going to lay into with much more speed, and with so many attacks, they won't have the luxury of acting on his foresight. Like hell, I'm gonna turn back now after hearing that. You're just being a Gran Torino ripoff, but you're too slow, it's pointless. This man called him a Gran Torino ripoff. As long as the conditions are met, it doesn't matter if it's 1 second, 1 minute, or 1 hour from now. Look at that, he sees it in black and white, man. Right before it happens, I see through everything you'll do, and everywhere you'll do it. Incidentally, in 2 minutes' time, you'll be doubled over in grief, neither seal nor paper in hand. This whole time, your expression has seemed quite vexed, and I would have thought that the first thing All Might taught you was that the one who stands at the top should never express worry or doubt. A man who truly understands that always behaves with vision. Are you incapable of putting the teachings you've been taught so many times into practice here, and now in the testing fields? You said you'd make me acknowledge you, no? And yet the more I see of you, the less reason I see why it needed to be you. Man, yo, he's really hitting him home. He is really hitting Deku right in the heartstrings, basically telling him, like, the more I see you, like, you made me want to, you wanted me to acknowledge you? The more I see of you, the less reason I see as to why he chose you as his successor. That has to light a fire in Deku, man. That has to light a fire in Deku. He said I could be one. A what? Just another face in the crowd? He said I could become top hero! And there he goes. It looks like he's flipping. Oh, he throws the entire desk, or the entire shelf. All of his books and the comics are flying all over the place. I'm sorry, but you said you didn't care what happened to the room, right? Think. He said as long as the conditions are met, he can see through what I'll do and where I'll do it. What I'll do and where. Note the way he put that. What exactly is he seeing? Is he seeing the future exactly as it'll play out in its entirety? Or just the actions of the select target? I need to test it, because if it's the latter, then he shouldn't be able to foresee the trajectory of randomly flung objects. That's a shoot. That's factual. Night Eye, you're not the only one who can't back down. And there he is. And he's heading right for it. But will Night Eye see it? I am All Might's disciple. He goes right in towards it. Night Eye brings up his hand. And he just barely misses, man. The thing I do see didn't change. I can still, and Deku hits the wall, man. I mean, full throttle, just, I can still, it's over, your 3 minutes are up. His disciple, I grow tired of hearing that. How unsightly you look, and after a slight thing like a strategy not working, did you run out of steam? That's not it. I suppose it was just his error. The special All Might 10 years of heroics anniversary tapestry. I almost stepped on it. The amount of respect that he shows to it, bro. Don't tell me he saw the All Might images. You purposely dodged him, and all while bouncing around like Gran Torino, didn't you? Yes, he did, bro. Damn it. You mean to tell me that despite all my provocations and emotional baiting, he still kept his surroundings and strategy against me in mind the whole time? Yo, that's gotta count for something, man. That's gotta count for something, bro. Pardon us. Is it over? It got pretty loud in here. Mirio, he's hired. That's all it took? That's all it took? This man said, Mirio, he's hired. Like, that's all it took? All right, awesome. What? But I couldn't pass your test. I believe I told you to take the seal and stamp the paper yourself, but I never said if you couldn't, I wouldn't hire you. That's true. That is a good point. You never did truly say that. You've got to be, way to go, Midoriya. Sir, you laughed. My decision to hire you was settled the moment I heard you were coming. I've come to understand that you won't make for a completely useless addition, but do not take that to mean I acknowledge you. That's a completely different statement is what Night Eye's trying to say. Which means that term acknowledgement means a lot to Night Eye. It really does. Now that the people wait in want of a symbol, they don't yearn for a faint light, but for a dazzling one. And even if that necessitates defying his will, I shall have you step into the real world and realize for yourself who in this age is suited to that power. What a line. One for all transfers according to the will of its bearer, so he's hiring me in order to make me give it up. I'd be honored, sir. There's All Might who chose me. Then there's Sir Night Eye who won't acknowledge that. And finally, Togata Senpai, whom Night Eye chose. Well, I stood bewildered at the bizarre tangle of bonds. The next day came. In no time, the first day. Today we'll be conducting both patrol and surveillance work. Bubble Girl will stay with me while Mirio and Midoriya will form their own pair. Is this Mirio's... Yo, look at Mirio's, costume right here. My boy's got the cape, he's got a helmet, he's got the spiked up hair going around it. Woo! He's got the helmet going around the hair. You know, nothing will mess with the hair, bro. You know, when you spike your, I spike my hair up, so I know that, like, you can touch everything else, but just don't touch the hair when it's spiked up, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I can most certainly see where Togata's coming from here, man. You don't touch the spiked up hair, bro. You don't touch the spiked up hair. All right, and then I like the way his costume looks. He looks beast. Surveillance? Night Eye officers are in the middle of a secret investigation. We're tracking a small group of villains named the Eightfold Cleansers. Is that what was his name again? Overhaul? Is that Overhaul's group? The Eightfold Cleansers. If I'm not mistaken, I believe that's what they call themselves. Overhaul and his squad, right? We're tracking a small group of villains. Yo, celeb. Yeah, there he is! Dude. So that means that Overhaul is going to be like a main center of this arc? The capo in this photo is a man named Chisaki. A man named Chisaki. I was wondering why somebody in my comments section yesterday was saying something about a Chisaki. I was like, who the flying flag is Chisaki? Am I missing something? And then so now I never knew that was his name. So Chisaki is his real name, and then Overhaul is his villain name. Has begun to display some odd actions. A group of yakuzas, but nowadays those kinds of people are lying low, or at least that's their image. Yo, Overhaul, bro. I really want to see more of that dude, man. Yeah, because way back they were pretty much dismantled, but this Chisaki guys started, reassembling them for some reason. They even made contact with the Villain Alliance recently. How do they know details like that, man? Like, who do they have? What sources do they have that tell them when certain meetings take place? That means there has to be a rat in the Villain Alliance. Like, how else would they know? You know what I mean? We don't know the details though. The Villain Alliance, but direct evidence of him plotting evil remains elusive. As such, they're a gray very near black, but nevertheless we can't treat them like villains. What my offices are after is proof of criminal activity from them while never attracting their suspicion. Yes, sir! Here we see some panting. Somebody in me, please, can't take it, somebody, please! And then somebody falls right in here, and is this the person that was just saying that? And that's how? And then Deku looks down. Oh, my bad, that must have hurt. Look what you've done. You're causing a hero so much trouble. Overhaul, bro! My lengthy internship. Come back, Harry. Began. Bro, hold on, man. I still got a little bit more time before this bowl happens. That must have hurt. Son! Come back, Harry. My lengthy internship began. So she was running away from him? Bro, I didn't expect Overhaul and Deku to meet this early. Yo, how's that gonna be? Because we know the type of relationship that Deku has with Shigaraki. But Shigaraki and Overhaul, they don't get along. Yo, I don't care. Let's go next page. Next page. Is this the volume cover? Look at this volume. My Hero Academia Volume 14 Overhaul. Dog. Let's go. What chapter am I on? Am I on 128? Oh, on chapter 125 was Overhaul. 126, 127, 128, Boy Meets. Which chapter? I don't even know what chapter I'm on. Whatever. Well, let's go. I gotta see what happens. I gotta see. Whoa, what did it say for my boy? It's Mirio, right? He likes ramen and comedians. He's Naruto, bro. I went all in on that face of his. I thought I would have been able to introduce a character in position earlier, but damn, it's already volume 14. I have to love that face though, so easily to draw. So that's why he has Mirio in there, man. An easy face to draw. Sasuke, we got the Shinigami. She has a free personality. She's interesting. I like her. Night Eye. Night Eye is very, very interesting, man. Yo, I'm ready. I'm ready. Results of the second ever character popularity poll. I'm ready. I wanna get into the chapter, bro. Yo, look at Momo. I gotta save this. Momo's looking nice. Ashido's looking fresh. Look at Tokoyami, bro. Look at straight up G. He's wearing the Utsuro robe. Tokoyami's out here wearing the Utsuro. Dog, yo, they looking sick. Alright, I have that saved, right? Yeah, I'll come back and look at that later. And that's the back of that volume. She has light blue hair. So, dark blue hair. His, of course, is blonde. I saw that coming. And then, light bluish hair. Come on, I want to get into the chapter, bro. I want to get into the chapter! Before the Super Bowl starts, man. Overhaul, bro. Now we see Tsugata. Oh, don't tell me that they're not gonna... they're just gonna skip out, bro. We just saw Overhaul in Dragon Deku. I'm getting nervous. Even mere workplace experiences let you go out on patrol, don't they? Might this be trauma from the villain alliance attack? No, it's just that so much has happened that I lack experience with the basic hero activities. Oh, that's so weird. Minutes before they made contact. There we go. Okay, so it's before. Number 129, Eri. And Eri was the name of that one individual who walked up in front of, who was running away, that Overhaul was calling out for. It's okay. Sir's group are the ones who are monitoring the vicinity of the perp stomping grounds. We're just gonna patrol the perimeter. I'll teach you loads of stuff. Guess Sir wants me to see the gap between us by having me watch Senpai at work. Even so, I wonder why All Might didn't tell me anything. Oh, by the way, we never told each other our hero names. I'm Deku. Deku? What? As in Blockhead? You okay with that? Yep. I'm Rumillion. Yo, that's a base name! Rumillion! Dog! That's Deku. That one is in a Blockhead? You okay? But yo, Mirio's hero name is Rumillion. That's a base name! Rumillion. I can't save all people like All Might can, but I took a name that'll make me a guy who can save millions. It sounds like the band Remo Roman, so it's cool, right? Remio Roman. The sound we throw on our costumes and hit the town. We're heroes. Don't let your guard down, Deku. Yes, Rumillion. It can't be. The capo of the Eightfold Cleansers, the man named Chisaki, yo. Overall. Sorry about my daughter. That's his daughter. I thought that was like his little sister or something. My boy Overhaul got it in? Whoa. Sorry about my daughter, hero. She's been horsing around too much, so she's a bit scraped up. Worries me sick. Overhaul is a father? He's a big pops? Your hood and mask slipped off again. You sure you got the right measurements for him? Tsugata-senpai, what are you talking? We're the ones who should be saying sorry. Yo, he doesn't even care. Tsugata doesn't even care, bro. Yo, because remember what he's what Night Eye was saying last chapter. No matter what is happening, you stand there and you make sure that they feel happy, that they feel, you know, that sense of being safe whenever a hero's around them. And that is what Mr. Rumillion, that's a beast name, what Rumillion is doing here, bro. Mirio greatness, it's my expression. It can't be, it's probably showing my face. That's factual, because you can't let your emotions show, because... Oh no! Oh, Deku's looking at it as if he gets suspicious and it'll hinder Night Eye's work. No, it's not even. I didn't even take it as that. I took it more as you know, if they're taking this as a hero type situation where they're quote unquote like with this girl, since they're heroes, they've got to be looking like yeah, like and like someone ready to go in. That's the way that I took it. Yeah, you must be from the cleansers. They're famous around these parts. We've got to be safe and act natural and let it go. Yeah, well, don't worry about this old thing. I'm just sensitive to germs. This is the first time I've seen either of you newbie heroes. You're quite young. This is the first time he's seen Rumillion. Yep, we're still new, so we're all nervous. All right, stand up, partner. Let's go face the unknown future. What offices are you with? We're still students. In fact, we're still such fledglings that it'd be presumptuous to even think of being with an office right now. We're just being allowed to patrol around a little for our workplace experience. That's all. He's clearly being very cautious. Yo, and he says everything like the way that it has to be said, man. Like, he's that corporate guy. I can't let slip Sir's name now. Let's get out of here fast. Right, then we've got to keep patrolling the area until noon. Time to go. Right. No. She's hanging on to Deku. That means that Overhaul, Overhaul, bro, what you doing with your daughter, man? She's scared out of her mind. And Deku, you know, bro, Deku has the heart of a hero. He's not gonna be able to leave her like this. Deku's not gonna be able to leave her like this. Excuse me, your daughter, she seems scared. Yes, because I just scolded her. Deku, you can't show too much suspicion. Let's go. But I can't say these are the kinds of bandages you get from being from too much horsing around. She's holding on to me for dear life, bro. She looks scared out of her mind. She falls down a lot. A child this small? So scared she's shaking and won't say a word? I really don't think that's normal. That's right, this isn't natural. Yo, is Deku really gonna try this, man, bro? Please don't go imposing your own ideas of what's normal on other people's home lives. Stop it. It takes all kinds, right? He clearly wants to stop questioning him. If he gets too wary of us, then we'll start losing hold of him. Be safe, let him go. No, senpai, if we do that, that'd be even more suspicious. It's not natural. It's not even about that, bro. Deku doesn't want to let go of this girl. He's a hero. Like, I don't know why Mirio is not seeing this. Like, this is beyond just the mission, bro. There's a girl in front of them that needs their help. The second we throw on our costumes and hit the town. Unless she's faking. Unless the girl is faking and Mirio understands this, that Overhaul is using this girl in order to try to get some more information out of them. Because he understands the type of... Maybe he's already onto this from the very beginning. That could be why, because I'm wondering why if Mirio is the type of dude who's like All Might, who wants to save all people, why is he not acting on this and Deku is? There's gonna be more to this, man. When a hero sees a child tremble, there's no way they can avert their eyes. That's what I'm saying. What do you want to do to her? We're heroes. That's where heroes are also sensitive to the smallest things. Fine, I understand. It's embarrassing, so I'd rather not talk about it out in public. Could you follow me over there? If anything happens, I'll deal with it. It's not like we can just make off with her. To tell you the truth, I've been worried about Eri lately. No matter what I say, she's nothing but rebel. Is he abusing her? Worried about raising her is it? That sounds rough. It is. Kids are hard to understand, let me tell you. It honestly makes me think I could turn into a very different kind of person. Yo, why is that written like that, bro? Yo, and he looks back, bro. You sense the hockey. And she like immediately runs back. What now? You done with your little tantrum? No. Hold on, bro. Hold on. Hold on. He states, it honestly makes me think I could turn into a very different kind of person. He like activates his hockey. She looks back. She's shook. She is shook. You see that Deku and Mirio feel the same thing. She jets all the way back to Overhaul. What now? You done with a little tantrum? Yo, she would, bro. That's basically saying I'd rather be under you and go through everything else than have to go against you. That's basically what she's saying, yo. She's saying I would rather go through whatever it is I'm going through right now than have to go against you right now because I understand. She felt that spirit energy she was in, like when she was out. Dog. But Ari, are you? This is how it's always like. I'm sorry I ended up bothering you with all this. I'm getting sorry for the trouble. Good luck on the job. Wait, why? You gotta understand where she's coming from, Deku, bro. Now I understand that it's not that she was faking. Now I understand what it is, bro. Now I understand that she really does need help. But she knows how powerful this dude is. And she knows that better than anyone could ever understand. But then it makes me wonder, it's like if Overhaul's a father. And now even more questions are being raised. We're not chasing after them. Did you notice he made a show of his murderous intent? I mean, yo, his murderous intent was clearly shown. Clearly shown. I felt it over here. I thought I was gonna die. To reel that kid back in. Chase too far, and you'll just make him harder to catch. Come on, let's respect Sir's orders. The kids these days are more disease-ridden than ever. Kurono, prepare my bath. I'm sorry, Capo. I just looked away for a second, and the damn kid pulled a runner on me. And cleaned that up. He killed him and it in, yo, this Overhaul dude, man. This dude is insane, bro. Like, man, it's like the two things that, like, one thing that I despise, and the other thing that I absolutely love, man. I love good villains. Bro, this dude, look at this. He's like, I'm sorry, Capo. I just looked away for a second, and he pulled a runner. This man went. Explosion. He just wrecked. But whenever he said that, and that shows me that she actually was trying to run away from wherever their hideout is. Yo, man, but it's like I was saying before. It's like the two things, man. I despise abusers, bro. Like it's one of those things, man, that just gets to me, man. And then the other side, you have a GOAT villain, bro. And I'm like, oh, I don't know. They're suffering from chronic heroism. Eri, you've got to stop being so selfish. You formed the core of the plan, after all. The core of the plan? Are those wires? What are they doing to her? With only slight birth pangs, his plan progresses in a new age of villainy. What are they doing to her? I'm asking you nicely. Don't make me dirty my hands any more than this, okay? Overall, you got a call. It's from Shigaraki of the Villain Alliance. He says he's got an answer for you. Jesus. What are they doing to her, bro? They have her in a chair? She's got a little horn coming out of here. Dog, man. What is going on? She forms the core of the plan. I don't even know what that's supposed to mean. She's gonna sit in that chair. It looks like one of those like brainwashing chairs. Where like they tie you down and they make you look at countless amounts of certain things, torture. And, but it looks to me like a brainwashing device with all those cables and all those wires all over the place. Monitors. Yo, I don't even know, man. But I'll tell you what, this chapter just raised the stakes. I did not expect Deku and freaking Mirio to come across Overhaul this quickly. Not only that, but then Eri, man, a girl. Yo, it's his daughter. She's over there. I mean, she's pleading for her life. Deku understands this. Deku's not want to let her go. Yo, but Overhaul's more murderous intention if we look back. That was crazy, bro. Yo, this arc is gonna be crazy. Now I can see like where like this is going into, so Overhaul is gonna be, but now Shigaraki as well is gonna get a call. Oh snap, man, where am I both of them? I want to read the next chapter, man. The Super Bowl's about to start. God, man. Why do I always have to read greatness? Why do I always have to choose amazing series to react to? Bro, this is mad interesting, son. I wonder, I have so many questions, man. Like, why is he doing this to his daughter? Is this the reason why he had a daughter in the first place? Was to have something like this? And then, now he's putting her in this chair. She obviously does not want to be any part of this. She's trying to run away. She's trying to find heroes. Overhaul is one of those dudes that does not give a flying flag about any of his subordinates. I mean, he killed one of them and... Like, shut up. Destroyed him. And his murderous intent, yo, everyone felt that. Everyone felt that. And she was so scared, she immediately ran back to him. Yo, man. What a start to this internship arc, man. So now, whenever I come back, we're gonna get an answer from Shigaraki. Continuing this arc, man. And now Mirio and Deku are going to have some sort of thing to go back to and report to Night Eye. But man, there's just still something off for me, bro. Like he's like Mirio. He seems like the type of dude to me that would save anyone who tears up. Like, is that what's missing? Because it looks like he has a skill set. He has the ability to, you know, make people cheer up. But the one thing that I saw right there in that scene that Mirio did not have is that Mirio was trying to strictly stick with orders, and Deku was like, screw the orders. There's a girl in front of me that's crying on the flying platters, but I'm supposed to leave her here. That to me is what truly a hero is. And I'm guessing that's why All Might decided to go with Deku as a successor and not Mirio. Well, because just based off of that interaction by itself, I understood. Like, Mirio has all the qualities, but he's missing that one core quality. When a child is tearing up in front of you, you do not run away like that. You don't run off like that. So I'm going to assume that that's why he did it. But man, what a chapter, bro. But at the same time, I understand where Mirio's coming from, because Mirio's like, yo, if this guy really is like insanely strong, he's probably also trying to look out for the girl, because he's like, yo, he could kill her right here and then in like the crossfire between the fight between me and this guy. You know, Mirio has his own thoughts on this as well. I guarantee that just based off of, because look at what it says right here. If anything happens, I'll deal with it. It's not like we can just make off with her. So we'll see what happens, man. But yo, these chapters are good, man. These are some good chapters, dog. I'm really, really loving the direction that Horikoshi's taking this manga right now. So what I'm gonna do is, my plan is, my next reaction, I want it to be Promised Neverland, and then after that, because I want to get back on the Neverland greatness, and then after Neverland, I'll probably either come back here, or I've got to catch a Tokyo Ghoul. I don't know what I'm gonna do, man, because I really want to read My Hero, bro. I really do. But I've got to get back on Promised Neverland. I have to get back on Promised Neverland. So I'll probably do Neverland, and then I'll come back to My Hero. I'm running out of time. Anyways, I will see y'all next time. My Hero Academia Awesome Sauce. Yo, it's going down. Really loving the way that this arc is going so far. Can't wait to see more of my boy Rumillion. That's such a sick name. Mirio greatness. I can't wait to see what more Deku's going to learn and come to do here in this arc. But overall, man, I'm so interested in him, bro. And now with his daughter, with Eri, like, what are they having her do here, man? When we come back, he's gonna answer that call. I'll see y'all next time, man.